Well, that's something at least. Well, let's move on. I suppose time is, as always, of essence.
When Eleanor comes downstairs to Bollard holding his hammer.
No. But yeah, he's there.
Bollard.
Greetings, Mother Eleanor.
I
What
apologize.
can I do for you today?
We seem to be running low on people that are capable of traveling around the district. We need people to do supply runs to the refugee camps. I was hoping you'd be willing to help escort the others there.
Of course, I'm always glad to help, especially for the hospital.
Laurel's Bollard, good. Good to see you. I was just about to get you.
Good morning, Laurel.
Yes.
Nothing is amiss, I hope.
Well, some breakthroughs has been happened. It is quite disturbing, really. I, however, would not want to go and do these deliveries without you.
Well, I'm glad you think so highly of me, Laurel.
As well, you've proved you're worth it.
He smiles and says, "Well, whenever everyone's ready, I'm always prepared to go on a job."
She lets out her a very sharp voice calling, Raphael.
Raphael, who is currently spending his time basically doing very graceful hops between different benches and pillars and other things, sort of to try to keep his balance. He looks like sort of a cat leaping from branches or something like that. He, at the call of her voice, he sort of sways for a second until he gets his balance, and he turns around, sort of looks at her. Yes, my dear lady, and swings down from whatever he is currently half climbed up from, and walks over with quite springy steps.
To introduce you, this is the traveller I was speaking about. This is Raphael. He'll be accompanying you on this supply run.
He bows deeply and smiles. Ah, dear friends, steadfast comrades in such a noble pursuit. I am at your humble service, Rafael Eduardo Dante Arturo Enrique de Firenze. He bows.
At this point, Riff would have come to join you.
Well, so we would follow Riff since... Yeah. Do you need the guidance when it's going far?
Raphael smiles. Ah, friend Bollard.
Laurel look to Bollard and look to Raphael and says, you know each other. Very well. I'm Laurel. I have the little alchemist shop by close to the corner.
Ah, yes.
I'm sure you've seen it.
Yes, I have passed by it from time to time. I always thought to maybe take a peek in to see if you can do something about hangovers, my dear friend. He smiles.
Yes, one of the greatest markets of this area, you might be surprised to hear.
I am not, yes. Good friend Bollard here, he sort of pats his shoulder. After we got into the latest scrape, he did tell me about your services. I might look into it at some point. He smiles. And then sort of when Zoe and Rithralin shows up, he sort of turns to them and an even more, rakish smile upon his face. Ah, lovely, lovely ladies. Greetings. He nods to Rithralin. Ah, Lady Rithralin. Always a pleasure seeing you.
Raphael, it's nice to see you. Naru doesn't seem too happy with that you're here, though.
And then he looks over to Zoe. And says, "And who is this lovely creature standing before me?"
Creature? That's not very flattering.
So he looks a little confused. And, I'm Zoe White, and who might you be?
Well, I am happy to tell you, dear lady, Rafael Eduardo Dante Arturo Enrique de Firenze, at your humble service. He bows, and in the bow, he somehow produces a rose. Hands it over to Zoe.
So we will take the rose and thank you. That's quite a long name you have.
Well, when one has traveled as far as Raphael has, the names get long. He smiles.
I can imagine, she smiles. Having that she has tons of all kind of cases, you'll put the rose in one of the cases and put it in her bag.
before you say any more, Muppet Eleanor just pause. Okay, now please follow me back here.
Mm-hmm.
As she takes you back to the back towards a kind of very much storage section of the warehouse, which has it is basically filled with loads and loads of crates. Some of them marked food, some marked medicine. A variety of things. And basically, she points out a section with basically one which is marked with a big E on it. I need this crate, which has emergency supplies, medical supplies for the Eastern camp. Do you think you can get it down there?
Does the crate look very heavy?
It's decent. It looks decently heavy.
Raphael looks to the crate, looks at Bollard.
Ballard notices Raphael's look and smiles and says, "Yes, Raphael, I can take it."
Raphael does a fancy bow towards him.
I give warning, the roads have been apparently getting worse and worse of recently. Though it's the closer camp, it still won't be necessarily a safe travel. Be careful.
Of course, mother dear. Raphael is always careful. It is in his nature.
Once you've delivered it, just come right back here.
Laura will, look at the others and says, I suppose we should make ourselves ready then. There might be trouble down the road. If not from these walkers, then from people wishing to steal the supplies.
The supplies are in high demand right now.
As he strings his bow and begins to rearrange a few different bottles and pill glasses around his metal here.
Raphael deftly pulls out the buckler he has on his side, and then draws out the blade and starts inspecting the edge quite critically. And says, it is dark times indeed when one cannot walk the daylight streets of the city without being robbed by monstrosities. He sort of takes a few swings in the air, very elaborate sort of flourishing, flowing emotions as he sort of seems to basically work up almost like a stance.
Mother Eleanor starts moving out. Go ahead, make sure you prepare yourself. I need to go ahead and manage the patients.
Oh.
She ducks somewhere else in the hospital.
Ballard basically comes prepared all the time. All he does is he just makes sure that his hammer is loose in its straps, tight enough where it won't fall out, but loose enough where he can get it easily, and he's good.
Well, Chloe put on her armor when she was preparing herself in the lab, and she has her shield in the hand. Sorry, Zoe. It's not fun. It's so close. Chloe,
It is.
Zoe.
It is close.
Rifflin's ready anyway. And
Laura will
Nairu's a
turn-
bird, so...
I suppose this might be the first time we stand next to each other in a life-threatening situation. Well, I mean, if you discount those mishaps.
Raphael looks over to Laurel. Pardon me for asking, dear sir. You do not look like to be a man of, fighting. He sort of looks at the pills and glass vials.
I'm not a man of fighting, really. I simply want to run my business, but there are certain people that wish to ruin this neighborhood for everyone. I cannot let them do that, and so I take up the mantle at times because no one else can. My intellect is good enough that I can create means for which a common man can survive and do well in battle.
Raphael nods slowly. An inventor of sorts. Truly a remarkable sentiment. Most men would simply cower behind their knowledge and not share it.
Most men would not be in my position, I suppose.
Well, I, for one, I am quite interested and curious to see what inventions you bring to the forefront.
Yes, just there's count for everyone. If things get violent, if I call to duck, you should duck.
Raphael knows how to duck. And it makes a like little pirouette thing.
Ballard pipes in, saying, "Yes, I have stood by Laurel in battle once or twice before, as unfortunate as the circumstances were, and I can attest that his skill is quite prodigious."
So we look to the party. Well, I'm not a fighter, but I am to keep you all in good health, and I can boost all your skills to make you all more efficient.
Just having you next to me, so dear, and my fighting spirit soars ever higher. And he sort of... oh dear. There went the stream, apparently.
Oh,
Oh, great.
What's up?
stream blew up.
Let's see here. Reconnect. Oh, there we go.
Did you break it?
No, it's up again, I think.
Stream is offline.
Oh, there we go.
Well, Laura will sort of look to the others and to Bullard and say, if you take the crate, then I suppose we will go first. If things get bad, just put it down. I think it's too heavy for anyone to run with.
Mm-hmm. And Ballard nods and, kind of picks up the crate.
Pretty heavy.
Yeah. I mean, I can carry a lot, though.
It is about 120 pounds.
Child's play.
Oh!
It also sounds like there's
I carry more than half that on a daily basis.
It also sounds like there's breakables inside.
That's a bit of a problem.
This side up.
Yeah,
I can average 520 pounds off the ground, so.
that is great. Well, we will set out then, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Raphael has no idea where we're going, so he will follow whoever is taking the lead here, because he doesn't really know where this eastern camp is.
So does Red.
Oh, no, knows where it is.
Oh, with the size of this crate, I could lift it above my head, but I won't, because that's dangerous for the contents of the crate.
Someone pushes you.
Yeah,
Bottle
exactly.
gives out, and all the medicine bottles and syringes.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Laura will want to go the most direct route if he's leading the party. So.
Yes, sir. Which way do you... How do you lead people?
Do we go down the main
How he
road,
did.
or...?
Just the main road seems like the safest.
Yeah, shortest possible. I mean, we're sort of in a...
Sort of.
Going down you're back crossing, you go past the alchemy shop. Go past the bakers.
Raphael walks, and
No candles.
he certainly has an eye out. If there's dangers on the road, he wants to anticipate it. So he's certainly being as attentive as he can, walking around with his rapier out, sort of looking menacingly, doing swishing
as
motions
you
at
reach this
things.
crossing here,
Yeah,
you can go ahead and stop yourselves. Make me perception checks.
certainly.
Can Nairu roll a perception check?
Yes.
Nairu, skill check.
Yeah, I mean the streets right now are very, very empty. There's very little on this road. The shops themselves seem to be mostly okay. Not much in the way of guards. As you're coming down, Bard and Laurel, they hear something like a crashing sound from back this way.
Oh.
Very loud sounding.
We'll give Ballard the, there's trouble look that they have gotten used to.
It's like the bat signal, but eye contact.
The bat signal through eyes.
And what sound of crash? Just like a house or?
Yeah, like a large section of wall possibly collapsing.
Oh, that kind of crash. Oh, that's a loud crash.
So the others didn't hear it?
It was quite a distance down the road, so...
Does Nairu hear it?
Nairu heard it.
Okay, he would have flown up into the air, just over Riff then.
Laura looks to Bard and says, something we should look at? Or I think we should get this crate first. Let's walk around, shall we?
Sorry, did you say something to me? Because my internet cut for like 2 seconds.
Yes. He said that instead of going this way, we should go the straight way.
Yeah.
And then we should go and check this out afterwards.
Yep.
If need be. First and foremost, we need to deliver this.
Raphael will bring up the rear, sort of keeping an eye back towards where the loud crash was heard.
As we go towards the camp.
As you approach the camp, it's filled with loads and loads and loads of people. All very most of them don't seem to be in too good health, but they're managing. There's everything from tents to buildings boarded up. There's almost like sky bridges made between the roofs. There's people hiding out, women, children.
So do we know who we're supposed to deliver these to?
It's supposed to be
It's not
delivered to the
individual.
camp in general.
Just
If
put it down and people take what they want.
normally most of these camps seem to have a leader normally. You don't really see who might be in charge here.
We'll walk up to a man and ask, "Oh, sir, where's the camp overseer?"
Yeah, the overseer left. Going. Where was he going? I think he said he was going towards someone called Sebastian's place.
I see. Well, next in line then.
I can handle whatever else. What exactly do you need?
I need to speak to whoever is in line after him.
We don't really have the best command structure, so I'll pass on. I guess I can count a second command in this case.
He looks at the man. Does this man seem like the kind of asshole who would say that and then take everything and leave?
Sense motive.
Right, because, that sounds not like something. I guess I could be the general. What stuff do you have for me?
I'll do that roll as well.
You're not entirely sure if his motives are perfect or not.
Oh, I can. With all due respect, sir, I would like to speak to someone who is renowned for his leadership.
Well, while you're doing that, someone else actually does seem to walk up from behind. It seems to be an interesting. One second.
I get.
It seems it doesn't seem to be a person of It doesn't seem to be a very well equipped person. It definitely seems to be a person of people like making way for them. And as you move towards, he kind of looks towards that person. Jafar, what are you doing? I was collecting the. I know what you're trying. Go back to your camp. Like wanders away grumbling. I apologize. The overseer's not here right now. Who sent you?
So Mother Eleanor sent us. We have supplies for the camp.
Ah, I see. Please bring them this way.
Not far.
He kind of takes you around to like a building that's quite boarded up. It seems to be very made defensible. There, you've got like almost like little stockades outside. There's quite a few people inside. Quite a lot of sick.
Yeah.
Quite a few injured people. It is not a pretty sight at all. You can hear the crying and screaming in the background, both from inside the medical area and outside. He gives you an area to put it down.
Yeah, Ballard will gladly do so. His back was starting to hurt.
So, any news on a possible cure for this?
There are certainly some new things being discovered all the time. Progress is being made quite fast.
Because I don't know how long we can last out. We've had quite a lot of attacks recently. It's not been pretty, to say the least.
The whole quarter, really. It is a shame. Sufficient to say, everything that can be done is being done. From people here, of course. I do not know what's going on outside.
I have no information on that either. Almost nothing's being let in or out. The guard has, and I haven't seen the guard around much either recently. Most of them seem to have fallen back towards the district hall.
I suppose the dear Lord Mayor would draw them back. Well, we should get on our way. Again, there's much to do.
Thank you for the supplies. We don't have a lot to offer you, but we do have some stuff to thank you for bringing this stuff along.
It says, I really don't think I can take anything from you. You are worse off than I am, and so it would be quite bad of me to accept any reward from someone who needs it more than I do.
Very well.
So he steps back. He won't speak for the others, but he himself, he doesn't want money that could be better spent elsewhere.
Well, so he smiles at the refugees and good day, sir, and walks away.
Now, money was mentioned. And Raphael certainly doesn't have any real income at the moment.
Yeah, we don't have a lot. There's not a whole lot of places to spend it right now. But he kind of fishes into like a bag sitting on a desk.
Sure.
Moves a few gold coins towards Raphael. Not much. It seems to be about 10 gold.
Sure. Raphael takes 10 gold and bows. Quite a pleasure, sir. Thank you. A traveler such as myself must be quite thrifty with his expenses, yes?
Everyone must be right now, it seems. These supplies are worth far more than what I paid you.
Well, as long as it goes to a good cause, Raphael is pleased to help.
He starts moving away and clearly trying to organize people and trying to get stuff going. The camp doesn't seem to be in the best state right now.
Raphael turns around to the others. Should we perhaps take a look in where we heard that large crash before? Perhaps someone is in trouble, yes?
Yes, that is why I want to leave so quickly. Let's move. Hope that no one here has been hurt by our inaction.
Raphael would weep at the possibility.
So going down here, I suppose we'll go in the direction of the south.
I mean, go down. It is an interesting sight. It's an interesting sight to say the least. It looks like an entire side of a building's fallen off.
Just like the wall detached and fell over.
The wall crumbled and crashed down.
Yeah, that's not good.
And and you notice there appears to be like a limb sticking out.
Oh. Well, Ballard will immediately rush forward to try to extract whatever is attached to said limb from underneath the ruin.
Oh yeah.
Not being really strong or made for pulling up buildings again, Raphael will look around and be on the lookout if something actually approaches.
Very well. So, to clear this, I assume none of you have like profession miner.
No.
No.
And I assume none of you have tools for such digging.
No.
No.
Nope.
So, would you like to try strength checks?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, a failure does count onto something as well, so... Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Not ruin the chance for everyone else then.
Yeah, I'm not strong.
Okay, so Bollard clears some of it away. Make another one.
Oh man, this is serious business, because I only have +3 on this, right? So, yeah. After his recent exertion, pulling some of it away, he fumbles a bit.
And another one.
Oh man.
This is taking quite a while. This rubble is quite thick.
Wow.
Well, certainly, that's a good roll.
Oh, look at Pollard.
I have 17 strength here.
You do?
Don't call him
Indeed.
the ox.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay, and can you make me one more?
Raphael will nod sagely at this.
Wow.
Nice.
There you go.
Well,
Yes,
done.
the ox, indeed. I can see why.
And Bollard finally clears away the last bit of rubble, and below you see someone who, looking at his face, if he was under there for probably like even another 30 seconds, he'd probably have suffocated to death.
Oh, so I will quickly run over and check up on him and see if he's okay.
He's very battered and bruised. Laurel does recognize the person.
Oh.
He's actually the Eastern camp's leader.
Oh my. Well, Laura will sort of look at him and say, what's his name?
His name is Jared Olsman.
Jared, what are you doing so far from the camp? You're right.
So I will quickly say, can I please get some space? And she puts her hand on his chest and a white light comes out.
Cure like wounds, I guess?
Yes.
Very well.
Let's see. It's 1d8.
Mm-hmm.
+1.
Yep,
Nope, that's
one.
2.
That's 2.
Oh.
Oh, fancy.
Ooh, oh, yes.
Well, the healing power flows into him. And it definitely seems to help him move a bit better as he kind of like tries to, pulls himself up from the rubble and looks towards Zoe. Thank you. Who are you?
I'm Zoe. I'm one of the healers at the hospital.
Then many thanks, Zoe. Looks towards Laurel.
It's my job, so you're welcome.
I was going off to Sebastian's place. We're very low on just everything when it comes to supplies. Many people are too ill to travel. So I went off to go personally collect some extra herbs to try and get some more medicine going.
Well, it has always been taken care of. We just delivered the supplies.
That's good then. He pulled himself off the ground.
Do you need more healing?
I'll be fine. He looks around.
What happened?
When Raphael looks at the building, it doesn't look, sort of looks at the thing, tries to judge if it's sturdy or not, shakes his head. Do buildings usually fall down in this manner?
Most buildings no, though a lot of buildings around here seem to have been weaker than usual. Not sure why. Apparently, as I ducked under this one, it started collapsing. It's lucky you guys found me.
Do you need escorting back to the camp, or?
I can get back. That won't be a problem. Thank you for the help. Without me, most of the camp probably would start collapsing into more pieces.
Can you get back by yourself?
It shouldn't be a problem.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Do you need us to go check up on Sebastian for you?
Sebastian should be fine though. You can check if you wish. But I do not wish to take any more of Mother Eleanor's people's time.
That's very well then. Be careful. Streets are dangerous.
Thank you. Same to you. He starts walking away. Holding onto his shoulder, been quite clearly bruised, possibly even pulled a muscle in it.
Laura will look to the others and say, do you wish to go and check on Sebastian before we go back?
I agree.
Raphael shrugs. Might as well. We are already out and patrolling, are we not?
Yep. Ballard definitely agrees.
Looks at the building. It is quite strange, though, that parts of buildings fall off. Usually a whole building would come down, not just a side, yes?
Or not. I have not seen much of it. Not from outside, at least. Accidents happen, however, and this place is rarely maintained.
It is true, is it not?
When we reach this crossing, Ballard kind of gives a dirty glance up the left-hand road and continues on.
Or we'll go to the garden.
These streets here are very, very empty and very quiet. It seems like there's almost nothing around here right now. It seems like most of the buildings are like completely empty and barren. People moving away. Possibly to refugee camp. The one building that's doesn't seem to be completely abandoned. Instead, windows have been boarded up and place been fortified. Is the very large building right here in the middle, which is the north side garden.
Yeah.
But there's a few people out the front who kind of keeping watch, and as you approach, they kind of look at you. They recognize Laurel and kind of pull the barricades out the way for you.
Raphael looks around and looks to Laurel. Friend Laurel, what is this, a park?
This is the gardens. It is a place where herbs and such can be grown inside the city for those who are too poor to import it from outside.
I see. Very interesting solution. Is it open to the public?
Usually, somewhat. They do ask for some payment for most of the plants here, since they have to get paid to grow them. However, it's a good initiative. It does lower the prices quite a bit.
I see.
I don't think they would have much of a problem with you coming here to walk. I've never asked.
Fantastic. I do love walking.
Where's one of the guards? Is Sebastian doing all right?
Yes, Sebastian is in the fourth garden. He's dealing with some of I think some of the herbs you ordered right now.
How are they coming along?
Quite well, I believe. Our main job is to stay out here and make sure no walkers try getting in.
That's very well. Well, I'm still not supposed to get them yet. It would be rude to intrude. We were simply here to check and see if he was all right.
I can get him if you want to speak to him.
He sort of nods. Very well then. It shouldn't be long.
He moves away. The other guard kind of gives a nod to you all. Clearly looking at Riffland and Zoe a bit.
Zoe has been in the park before, but sure, she can show her identification.
Yeah, he's not looking for ID. He's just kind of giving curious glances.
Gets lonely in the garden.
Very lonely.
Rifflin smiles nicely.
So does Zoe.
And a few minutes later, wandering through is a figure with large pointed ear. His hair is almost pure white, almost.
Not as white as Zoe's.
Not as white as Zoe's. His eyes kind of look almost like ebony. He moves towards you and looks towards Laurel. Master Laurel.
Yeah, Sebastian. We came here to see if you're doing all right. Some accidents have happened further in the town.
A lot of stuff's been going on within the town.
Have you discovered anything new?
Not much. Myself, I've been very busy just trying to make sure we get as much as we can grown here. With shortage of food and shortage of herbs.
Yes, very well. Actually, there might be some more things I come requesting for tomorrow. If you could package up a little bit of everything, I might need quite a broad selection. There's some research I'm planning to do.
That can certainly be done.
Good. Time is of the essence as always. Well, it is good to see you're doing all right. If there are any troubles, remember where you can find us.
Very well. It's odd to see you so far out from the crossing. You don't normally come down here on visits.
We were sent with supplies to the eastern camp. We met the overseer on the way, and he was in an accident. We thought we would check up on you now that we're in the neighborhood.
I see.